Today I'm back with another Amazon finds video. In this video I'm going to be sharing some new curly hair products from some brands that I've never tried before, some beauty products including makeup, skincare, self-tanning, some summer products, and also some fashion finds. So let's go ahead and get started. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gina and here I make videos all about naturally curly hair. I love sharing simplified step-by-step tutorials, talking about product ingredients, and I love a good Amazon find. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and let's jump right in. So I'm gonna list out everything that I talk about in this video in numbered order, so check the number on the screen, then look in the description box and you'll see a link to where you can get it on Amazon in numbered order. So jumping right in with a new drugstore product. Well, it's new to me. I'm not sure if it's new to the market, but this is the Maui Moisture Curl Quench and Coconut Oil Ultra Hold Gel for thick curly hair. This is a gel that has like a souffle type of consistency. It's definitely very thick. It's like a clear jelly. This actually contains quite a bit of oils. It also has aloe as the very first ingredient, followed by water as the second ingredient, glycerin, carbomer, which I believe is a holding agent, coconut water, coconut oil, lots of different extracts, and castor oil. So this is definitely a thicker gel. I usually like gels that have some oils in it. Kind of reminds me of like the Curlsmith styling souffle. My results weren't the same, but the ingredients are kind of similar to that. There are no ingredients in particular that block out humidity, but it does have some oils which can help with moisture retention. So I actually used this a couple days ago for day one, testing it out the first time. I actually paired it with the AG Recoil Cream underneath. I would have preferred to use one of the Maui Moisture spray leave-ins, but I don't have any. I do want to try them out, so if you recommend one of their leave-in conditioners, definitely let me know down below. I also saw their combing cream. I want to try that as well. I don't have a ton of products from Maui Moisture. I've only really tried like their shampoos and conditioners, so I was excited to see that they now have a gel option. This didn't have a ton of slip to it. I would have preferred some more slip, but with the AG Recoil Cream, that definitely did help me with styling because it did give me more slip. But once I applied the gel, I did dilute it with some water in my hands just so I could more evenly apply it because it is pretty thick. It does kind of give your hair that like straightened effect when you're first raking it through, but then once you scrunch, you do get the curl back. And it is a little bit of a heavier gel. So if you have very fine hair, this probably wouldn't work unless if you only used a small amount. I'm curious to see if they have another version of this for fine hair. This is just the Ultra Hold Gel version. I don't think that this is a strong hold by any means. I got probably a light hold, but I did get a gel cast. Like it definitely did give a cast, which I feel like brands tend to label stuff as strong hold when it does give you a crunch, but that crunch can definitely be scrunched out, and once you scrunch it out, it pretty much disappears. However, I do have like a very light cast, so I'm left with a light hold after scrunching it out. Now I tested this out on just a regular day outside. I was actually outside all day, so it did get some weather to it, but it was actually in the ideal humidity and dew point range, so I can't really speak to this in humidity just yet. I'm still testing it, but being outside on just a regular summer day, it was actually pretty windy, and I sat outside almost all day, and it did hold up really well. Like my curls still looked great. They didn't look frizzy. I did have pretty good volume. It did kind of fall throughout the day, but overall, worked pretty well. In day two, it still looked pretty good. My curls were still moisturized, they were still shiny, but I did have to refresh because the gel cast does kind of disappear, and unfortunately you can't get it back by just adding water. I did have to add additional gel on refresh, and after I diffused on day two, I had a little bit of a cast, but by the end of day two, it did disappear almost completely. So today for day three, I did more of a full refresh, and I got a good cast back. I think it looks pretty good. I did have to do some brush styling just to prevent it from looking stringy on day three, but so far so good. I mean, it doesn't compare to like my favorite gels by any means, but for a drugstore gel, I definitely think it's worth a shot because it is pretty affordable, especially if you have coarse hair or like medium textured hair that can withstand some oils in your gel. You might like this for moisture retention. Now this brand is new to me entirely, but I've heard so many good things about it, and it's one of the top rated brands for curly hair on Amazon, or one of the most popular. This is Cake, which is a curly hair brand. I'm not sure if they make other hair products, but this is the Curl Whip. So this is a mousse. It says totally to die for whipped curl mousse, big curl boosting defrizz, defining hold, no sticky, no crunch. So I actually used a little bit of this today just to do a little bit of touch-ups, and I didn't really notice a cast form from it, so maybe it is a lighter hold mousse, but I do want to try this for a full like wash day with only using this in a cream. So I'm going to record that actually in a couple days on my next wash day so I can give you my full review on it, and I'll insert that here. So I finally got to test out the Cake Curl Whip Mousse in a full wash day, because before I had just used it for refreshing. So today I styled with it just like you would a regular gel. So I was just gonna walk you through what I did. I did use the Function of Beauty Curly Hair Leave-In Conditioner underneath of it just for some lightweight moisture, because I wasn't sure how moisturizing this would be. And then I applied this just like you would a gel in sections. The one thing that I didn't love about this as I was styling is it doesn't really have any slip to it. It actually made my hair feel like it had less slip than with just the leave-in conditioner, and it didn't really give my hair any like curl retention. But I knew that I just needed to get through the styling process and then see what the results were in the end, because some products just do that where they have a little bit of like that straightening effect. I even mentioned that with the Maui Moisture gel, but once you scrunch, like the curls do come back. So it just didn't have a lot of slip, which is pretty common for a mousse, because a mousse isn't very slippery and liquidy like a gel. It's just a different formula altogether. I did have to do a little bit of touch-ups. You could just see a little bit of frizz around like the top section. So I just added some more mousse right on top of dry hair, and that usually does good at touching up those areas. If you just add a little bit more product on dry hair, and it dries down and it looks fine and it tames the frizz. So just as an overview for some of the ingredients, it has water as the first one, and then isobutane propane, which is the ingredient usually that makes the mousse come out. It also has copolymer in it. It has aloe, which is interesting to see aloe in a mousse, but hopefully it's going to be moisturizing. It has provitamin B5 in it, and some other ingredients such as polyquaternium 11. So I'm hoping this is gonna be good for humidity. So I wanna test this out on a higher humidity day, and I will definitely keep you posted on my results. So if you all have ever tried anything from Cake Beauty, definitely let me know in the comments down below, because I've heard great things and I would like to try more stuff from them. It's just the mousse kind of caught my eye, because I really only like the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk mousse. That's really the only one that I've used and that I actually like. So I'm curious to see how this compares to that and if it's worth it. So next up is the shampoo and conditioner from Umberto Giannini. If you all saw my recent video on how to keep your hair out of your face, I featured the Umberto Giannini products, which are available on Amazon. Really enjoyed the styling products. I used the banana butter and the curl jelly, which are some of their most popular products, but I feel like I didn't get to give their shampoo and conditioner enough love, and these are really great. You all are always asking me for drugstore options for shampoo and conditioner, and these are available in a lot of different countries. It is a UK-based brand, but you can get them on Amazon here in the US as well. So this is the Curl Defining Shampoo with Vitamin B5. I would say this is like a medium cleanse shampoo. It gives a really great foam. It's not too stripping or anything, so it's not like a clarifying shampoo, but it did a great job at removing product and buildup and stuff like that, but it is not going to strip your hair or anything. I do definitely have to go in with conditioner afterwards. I couldn't skip conditioner. And then the defrizz conditioner, this is a really great conditioner for detangling. I even use this before I shampoo as well. This says it's a moisturizing and detangling curl enhancing conditioner to defrizz, add bounce, and define. I wouldn't say that a conditioner necessarily defines your hair, but it does do a great job at detangling and moisturizing the hair. And also check out that video if you want to see how I use the styling products from Umberto Giannini. So then I have a hair accessory here, and this is a headband, and this is definitely one of the most unique shape headbands that I have ever seen. I was particularly looking for a headband that would be good to keep the curls back and out of my face, like I talked about in that video that I mentioned, but one that wouldn't leave a dent in my hair, because some of the bigger ones that are cute and everything and are great for wearing out will definitely, you know, maybe leave a dent if you pull your hair back in them. And I actually showed you guys some cute hairstyles that don't totally ruin your curls, but can help keep your hair out of your face in the summertime. It feels pretty comfortable. I mean, it's definitely pretty flexible. It's a thinner wire. It's not too uncomfortable right here on the ends. I like that it does have this rubber coating on it, because headbands can definitely bother me because I'm not used to wearing them, so I can get a little bit of a headache. And so far this has been fine to wear just during the day when I'm working, and you can't really see it either. Like, it does get hidden in your hair pretty well, so if you just wanted to keep your hair back but not have an obvious headband, then this is a good option, especially for the summertime when we don't want our hair in our face. So now let's jump into some beauty products, and particularly some skincare products for summertime. The first thing I have is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer with Sunscreen. This is a tinted moisturizer, but I use this as my daily sunscreen and my daily moisturizer. I actually have this on auto ship on Amazon because I use it every single day. I've used it for years now. I can't tell you how many of these I've went through, but it's a really great tinted moisturizer because for me, I self-tan my body, but I don't usually self-tan my face, so I like to kind of just even it out, especially if I'm not going to be wearing any makeup and I just want to go makeup free, or even just as a nice tinted base to help my foundation and all match my body better. Just gives a little bit of color. I still find that I can use this if I don't have self-tanner on, but I just have to go a little bit lighter with it because I don't want it to be too obvious if I am very pale. But overall, really like this stuff. It does a great job at calming down my redness after I work out. I definitely like wearing this in the summertime if I'm just going makeup free, and I'll just maybe add a little bit of concealer and some powder, and that's all I usually need for a daily basis in the summer. So then for concealer, I have this one from Bare Minerals. I was in need of a good face concealer, and I actually prefer a stick concealer when it comes to the face, just for covering up any redness or any acne scars or any blemishes. This is the Bare Pro Bare Minerals concealer. This is in the shade Light Neutral. 04 is my shade, but they have lots of different shades. It's a pretty skinny stick here. It looks like it has quite a bit of product though, and I like how it's this stick formula, but it's not too creamy, so it does a good job at like covering up stuff without kind of wiping away. I hate when concealers are too liquidy, so this one's been amazing. I wanted to go with Bare Minerals because I break out so easily when it comes to face products, and I always get clogged pores, and so far this hasn't done that, so I'll be sure to keep you all posted, but I've been testing it for about a month now and really been enjoying it. So this is a new product that I've been using for a couple weeks that I actually got in a gift box from Amazon. This is the Color Science Sun Forgettable Total Protection Color Balm. It's SPF 50. This is a tinted color balm that you can use as a blush or as a lip product. I first thought it was just a lipstick, but then I realized that the larger shape was actually because it's a cream blush. I love cream blush in the summertime, and I love this berry shade. It looks so pretty on the lips. I was actually wearing this in the video that I did about keeping your hair back out of your face. It gives a really nice tint to the lips, but it's not too dramatic. Like, I could totally see wearing this with no makeup at the pool or the beach, and it's actually an SPF 50, so it's gonna protect your lips. I usually just use a clear lip balm, but I like the fact of having something with a little bit of tint to make the face just look more alive and more awake when you don't have on any makeup. And it's nice that the blush color also has SPF. It does really great on the cheeks. I usually do apply it with a brush, so I will dip the brush right on the product and then just kind of dab it on the face. I don't like to apply it too much cream blush, and it does have a drier consistency, so it's not the type of cream blush that's just gonna move around all over your face. This does have a drier consistency. You don't need to set it or anything like that, but it does blend out really nicely, and it doesn't just stay stuck in one place. So love this. Definitely gonna be a staple for me pretty much all year round because I love the berry tint. Then I actually have a nail product here. This also came in that Amazon gift box. This is the Essie Hard to Resist Nail Strengthener. I struggle with peeling nails so bad. I actually don't have any polish on right now. I'm testing another nail strengthener, but I showed this on Instagram a couple weeks ago, and I like this one in particular because it gives a tint to the nails, because when I'm using a strengthener, I usually won't use a polish on top. I do still use it as a base coat and all, but this one in particular I would probably use just by itself because it is tinted. So this is going to give your nails a nice like pink tint to it while still looking very natural. Obviously it's not a nail polish, it's meant to strengthen and harden the nails. I did notice that it did harden my nails, but I need to use it a little bit more consistently to see if it helps with growth. But overall, I mean, it prevented my nails from peeling and I didn't get any breaking or anything like that. This is a summer staple for me, and this is a self-tanner from Bondi Sands. This is the Self-Tanning Foam in Ultra Dark. I've used this for years. I actually have a whole video review on this showing you how I apply it and all my self-tanning tricks. Aside from curly hair, I would call myself a self-tanning expert only because I've tried so many self-tanners, I've tried all the tricks, and I'm one of those people that never doesn't have it on. So with applying it every single week for pretty much ever, I've definitely gotten it down to a science and knows what works. So Definitely try this one out if you are looking for a super dark self tanner. If you struggle with them even showing up any color or you never get dark enough, this one will definitely get you dark. And the reason I still use this one in the winter time is because I only have to use one light coat and I get a good color. And then in the summer, I usually do 2 coats of this. So I like to do this once a week. I usually do it on Friday night. It's like my little Friday night self-care thing where I exfoliate and I do all the things, shave, and then I apply this, and then I'm tan for the weekend. I have it on right now. Today is Monday and I applied it on Friday. I did 2 coats and I still have really great color. So if you've noticed them a little bit darker, it's because I started doing 2 coats when I usually just do 1 coat. But the reason I like this one so much, and I've tried millions of them, is because this one doesn't fade unevenly. I get a nice even fade. I don't look like I have a skin disease by day 3 or day 4. It actually holds up pretty well, and it just gradually starts to get lighter. The only thing I notice is right around where my watch is, I do get a little white patch just from working out because I do sweat when I work out and this is pretty tight. But other than that, I mean, that's because there's like friction there and I'm sweating. But other than that, I don't get any weird patches on my arms or anything like that. You do want to definitely let this dry before you put on your clothes and get into bed. If I apply this right before bed and don't let myself kind of air dry, I will wake up with like a line here just from like the creasing. So you do need to let it dry. Just wait until you feel like it's soaked in all the way before you go to bed. So I like to do this about an hour before I go to bed, or even wear it during the day. I've been trying that out a lot recently as well. Putting this on when I know that I'm going to be staying home all day and I can just wear loose clothes. And that way I can really make sure that I don't get any weird creases from sleeping, and I can just let it dry and wear it all day and then rinse it off before bed at night if you don't want it to get all over your sheets. Oh, I forgot to mention this does have a color guard in it, so it does have that bronzer layer, which is nice because you can see where you've applied it and make sure that you're not missing any areas, but it will get on your sheets. It does rinse out. I recommend washing your sheets the next day. So I usually just time this to where I do it on Friday and then I wash my sheets anyway on Saturday. So it's no big deal to me. It hasn't ever permanently stained my sheets or my clothes, but keep that in mind. It does definitely transfer and it gets a lot of stuff everywhere. Now, also related to self-tanning, I have recently been trying out this exfoliating mitt that I got from Amazon. This is by the brand Skin Rolls, I think. I can't really tell by the label, but this is an exfoliating mitt. It's pretty thin. It's just a thin material. And right now, just feeling it, it doesn't feel very scratchy, but once you get it wet and rub it on your skin, it's pretty exfoliating. Like, this is definitely an intense exfoliation. So if you have super sensitive skin, this might be too much for you. But as somebody that self-tans, I need a good exfoliator because I want to be able to get it off completely every single week. So it's been fine. I haven't gotten any irritation or anything from it, but it is pretty strong. I do still use my body wash with this, but it is nice that it is a mitt, so you can just put it on your hand and exfoliate all over, and you don't have to worry about a washcloth like slipping around. I do wash this every week, so I usually put it in a laundry bag. I got a little rip right here because the first time I washed it, I didn't put it in a laundry bag, and when I got it out of the wash, it had a little rip in it. So definitely recommend putting it in like a mesh bag and then washing it with your towels. Or you could just wash it by hand too if you wanted to. So now let's jump into some fashion and some style items. I have a couple workout pieces that I wanted to share. The first one are these workout leggings. I actually shared this over on Instagram stories and you all definitely went crazy for them. I think a lot of you got them and really liked them, but these are kind of like workout tights because they're very thin. So they're not like a regular workout legging. These are pretty thin, super buttery soft. I love workout gear that is comfortable and not anything that is too restricting, but I do like it to kind of hold you in a little bit, but I don't want to feel like I have like something super tight on that I can't breathe. But anyways, this is the brand Adodos. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll have them linked down below for you. And the reason I got these is because they have that cute like crossover V shape in the front, so that's really flattering, especially if you're wearing like a crop top. The length on these is really great. I'm only 5'2", but they actually fit great on me. One thing I will say though with these, make sure that you size down. I should have gotten a small because I got a medium and they do roll down, and I've noticed that it's getting a little bit worse. So I would recommend going one size down. If you're a similar size to me, definitely get a small, and they're super stretchy, so I'm sure they're still gonna fit, but then you won't have to constantly kind of pull them up, especially if you're doing a lot of movement. But the crossover waist is super flattering. It is pretty smoothing, but they're just so comfortable, like perfect for doing yoga. I wear these when I ride the Peloton and they've held up great. I've washed them a ton. I got the navy blue color just because I had so many black leggings that I wanted to get a different color, but I definitely want to order these in more colors, and I'm gonna get the small next time. So here's the capri version that I got. So this is even shorter. It also has the crossover waist. I made sure that I got the same brand because I really liked the material of these. I got these in a light blue shade, and these are just a little bit shorter. So these I did size down, and it's much better. They actually do stay up. This is a little bit different because it does have some ruching right here, but it's super flattering, and this one definitely sucks me in a little bit more like on the lower tummy area versus the other one, but I think because I went down a size, they're a little bit more compressing, but still super comfortable. Then I have these little crop workout tanks. This is just like the perfect length for me. I'm super short-waisted, so a lot of crop tops are just like regular tops on me. I like the length of this one because it's not too cropped for me, but I can still wear, you know, high-waisted leggings and it looks a little bit cropped. But it's not fitted either, so it's not super tight, but it's just like the right amount of looseness to it. So I got this really pretty burgundy color in it, but it comes in lots of different colors. It does have the racer back, and again, it's that same super soft, buttery material. There's no built-in sports bra or anything, so I do still have to wear a sports bra under this, but really comfortable, and I definitely want to get some more colors of these. Next up is actually a dress, and I ended up ordering this for my sister's baby shower. I was having the hardest time finding a cute dress for a girl's baby shower that wasn't like too short or just wasn't flattering. So that's how I ended up with this one on Amazon. It's really pretty. It's actually from the brand Shein, which I had never tried anything from them before. I got a small, but I probably could have used a medium, but the small actually worked pretty well. The length on this is good, especially for me who is 5'2". Everything is always way too long on me or way too short on me. Like, it's hard to find a good length, and this one definitely was. I really liked the short sleeves, and it's kind of like this flutter sleeve, and it has a really flattering wrap detail on it. So if you're bigger in the chest area like myself, this is super flattering. I did have to pin this though, so I do have a pin underneath of here, or else it would have been a little bit too low cut for my liking. I probably could have worn a bandeau like I have on with this top and it would have been fine, but I didn't want to for this because it was super hot that day, so I didn't want any more layers. So I just wore a regular bra, but I just added this pin here. And it also helps keep it together because it will come undone if you don't have a pin. So that's the only downside. Last but not least are these sandals. This braided detailing on shoes is super trendy right now. I wanted something to wear for the baby shower with that dress. So I wore these heels with it. It's like a bone color, so it's more of like a beige. It's not like a stark white. Matched perfectly with the dress, but I wanted something that was kind of like a strappy sandal, but wasn't too high, and something that is comfortable. So the block heel is super comfortable, very on trend right now with the square toe. So I love these. I got these in a size 7. I'm typically a 7.5. I probably could have used an 8 because my heel does come all the way to the end, but it worked out fine and they did hold up really well. I've worn these quite a bit recently. I've worn them just out to dinner with jeans. I've worn them with a romper and it looked really cute. I shared these on Instagram and a lot of you snagged these as well. So if you did get them, definitely let me know what you paired them with. They have tons of different colors. I definitely want to get like a brown color maybe next, and maybe like an actual white because this is more of an off-white, but really cute, super comfortable, and they didn't feel too cheap or anything. They held up really nicely. So that is it for this Amazon finds video. Let me know if you want me to do more of these videos. I definitely will do that for you all because I love sharing a good Amazon find. Also, with Prime Day this year, I probably will be sharing some Amazon deals over on Instagram, and I also like to share just like my monthly best sellers over on Instagram stories, so make sure you're following me over there if you're not already. And I'm gonna list everything that I mentioned in this video in the description box down below in numbered order. And if you didn't catch the last Amazon finds video that I did, I will put that video right here on the screen for you. I shared all curly hair products and tools, and some really neat tools that you definitely need in your life if you have curly hair. So I will talk to you over in that video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye everyone.